Back at you one more time. I got the sun to finally come out, so now I can tell you what I want to tell you. Oh, this talk about the Illuminati. Boy, they hide so much good information from us. But I just want to come with the sun gazing thing. Make it real quick, because we are the scholars, we are the scientists. Together, we put our knowledge, and we can do great things. So, first thing I want to do is to tell you that when you sun gaze, you receive another dimension of vision. The colors become different. They're not the ordinary colors that everybody else sees. You see different colors from like a different dimension. But hey, you'll figure that out one day. When we sun gaze, sometimes we look up like now. My eyes kind of like jumping on this number right here. But sometimes it's actually hard to look into the sun. Other times, it's not so hard. So I want to tell you something that I learned. A lot of people's running around here hating on Jay-Z them or whatever. But when I have a hard time looking at the sun, I take my hand and put it into a pyramid. You see how I look through that pyramid like that? Take that, put that pyramid up towards the sun, and then look in it. Eye wide open. It don't hurt. It don't bother me. And I can see the sun without a problem. Something else I noticed while doing that, so I got this pyramid going right here. Then when I connect it together, there's another pyramid on top of a pyramid. Don't know how significant that is, but if somebody out there who knows more about this than I do, inbox me or comment on the video, help me out with this, because I'm still learning and I'm figuring this out by myself. Nobody's teaching me these things. Learn these things by myself, every bit of it. Another thing I learned, I like to meditate. Sometimes I like to just put my hand like this. And in the midst of meditating, I learned that my left hand receives more heat than my right hand. I don't understand it. I asked my girlfriend to do it and to see if she had that same issue going. Well, she had the same thing except her right hand was receiving more energy than her left hand. I haven't quite got the scenario there yet. I don't understand what the deal is there yet, but I know it's something significant and I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe you know, and maybe you can help me with it. Please comment on the video. And if not, let us come out here and learn these things, because they are significant and they mean something. When I'm humming, I put my hands together. I don't let them touch. I put them together like so. Put them together. And as I'm humming, I can feel energy rolling through one hand to the other. I can feel it as it jump out of one finger to the next finger. People's gonna take me as crazy, but I'm not worried about those ones who thinking I'm crazy. Doing this for all of the conscious people who are ready for this spiritual battle that we're about to take on, and it's coming. Somebody know what this means. I haven't quite got it yet. I'm thinking that it has something to do with the third eye, but I know when I cross my hands and I put them to my shoulders or down by my waist and I hum, I notice this peace. I can feel the center of myself. I can really feel like I'm at the center of the universe when I does this. Power, so much power. I mean, I can get so discouraged or feel sad, or this overwhelmed depression can hit me, and I can just immediately troubles just goes away. I don't know what this is. I learned this by looking at some pictures or the hieroglyphics. I learned this, that a lot of the ancestors had their hands in this motion a lot. I does that now. Something comes over me. Just this calm and this peace. But then the biggest thing that I notice is when I lay down to sleep, all I see is visions. I see my future. I see things that I need to understand, newness and all of these things. It's like no good thing is left away from me. A lot of people don't want this. Oh well, they'll come along later. But for us who are reaching out and seeking new things, well, not so much of new things, but seeking old powers that we have. Because I want to get up to the point where I can point my finger and pick up a rock like this without touching it. Just point my finger and give a and let the powers do the rest. Somebody have pieces. I just placed a piece out there. I'm putting a piece out there. Somebody else has another piece. We need to be sharing these things, not keeping it within. We need to be sharing these things. Because how else are we going to heal the sick and raise the dead? Because if we go to these doctors and stuff, they want to put you on this medication that got so many side effects and stuff. It's going to do you way more harm. And then even when they are helping you, they want to charge you all kinds of money. But they don't want you to know about the therapies that are free, that are within us. Healing powers that the body already have. They don't want us to do that because if they teach us how to stay well, then who's going to make any money? It's a business. So you can't trust your doctor to care for you because it's a business. He can't make money if he care for you. Only thing he want to do is pretend to care for you. They have physician care or Medicare and eye care and all of these we care shit. But none of that stuff, those people don't care. Because if they did care, they would bring to you therapies, real therapies. We don't need a lot of this stuff that they got going on today. We don't need it. You know, and even a lot of the Masons and the people who are part of the ones calling themselves the illuminated ones, they are in the dark to things that I learned on my own. Because a lot of people would do this, but they have no clue what they are doing. I had no clue at first. I didn't understand what this was all about. I thought it was evil at one time. But now I know that it's not an evil thing. There is a lot that we have spiritually inside. We gotta bring it out. You know, I come out here, I live in this apartment complex, and I mostly do my meditation at around 5:30, or between the hours of 5:30 and 6:30. That's when these apartments are wide open. Everybody is moving around. And you know, people try to intimidate you. They want to walk over. They want to ask you what you're doing. They want to stand over and look at you as if you... I don't let those things deter me. I sit right there and I go to the restaurants with my shirts on. I got 3 of them now. I told you I got 3 of them. I haven't went shopping for them more yet. But then I get these older women's and older men's that looks at me up and down as if looks could kill, I'd be dead. Because they feel like I shouldn't be in my natural state. They feel like I shouldn't take claims to my ancestors. They feel like I should distance myself from everything. But when I was running around wearing a shirt about a white man named Jesus, you know, nobody had a problem with that. It was okay for me to do that. Weird. I'm not worrying about that no more. I don't let these things discourage me. I heard a brother say on a video one time that, you know, they try to get us to comb our hair. I always had a problem combing my hair because it always hurt. And something that hurts to me, you know, I ain't too much with it. I kind of run for those things. But our hair goes in spirals. Well, we learn to call them naps, but our hair goes in spirals. It does that by design. Water does that. Dirt does that. Trees does that. This clouds does that. Everything goes in a spiral. That's natural. So when I'm in my natural self and I'm sitting back and I can stop my stomach from hurting. I can stop my head from hurting. I can stop my baby head from hurting. Believe it or not, I take and I put my hands around her like this and go, and I feel that power, that electricity just running through my fingers. Then I connect them to touch it. You know what I'm saying? That power jumps off up in them and heals. Get yourself together. Receive your power. Mine's come through this left hand. Let it come through. Receive it. Receive it. Receive it. So when you're speaking things or when you touch things, it manifests itself. Because the power is not only in the tongue, but it's in the hands. See, most people say the power's in the tongue, but I don't think there's much power in the tongue as we think there is. It's a lot of negative energy in the tongue because the tongue can make people do a lot of crazy things. But your hands, there's powers in it. You can reach out and slap somebody. You can pick somebody up. Or you can carry things. There's just so much you can do with your hands. Your power is in your hands. Receive it. Don't run from it. Receive it. I'm not the renowned scholar who can put the words together and make them sound good to you, dress them up and sound good. No, I'm not that kind of person. When you listen to me, you have to listen closely. And now sometimes I will take you 2 or 3 places at one time. But you better be damn good to keep up. Because otherwise you're going to play me as crazy and you're going to miss a damn good message. It's all about receiving what's invested in us. That sun, God didn't create a sun so the sun can be called evil. Hey, a lot of people want to call the sun evil. A lot of people want to run from that. If that was so bad for us, then what the hell is it doing in the sky? Same thing with the moon. If it was so bad for us, why is it there? It was placed there because we need it. Guys, I can't stress it enough to you peoples that you need to get out here and receive this energy. Because, let me tell you something. Since I've been gazing, I get cold easy. It was 60 degrees here in Dallas last week. Most people was just loving it. I couldn't stand it. It was just too cold for me. When I get off in the car and she turns on the air conditioning, I turns it back off because I can't take it. I love gazing because I can't get hot anymore. So we was thinking that the sun is getting closer to the ground and it's gonna burn us up. It's only gonna burn the people who are afraid of it, who calls it evil. The people who are lazy and can't take it. There's nothing wrong with sweating. Sweating is a good thing. It's a very good thing. Sweat is the balance in between us getting overheated and not. Sweat is that balance. So that's why it's so important for us to drink water. A lot of people say, I can't drink water. I gotta have some juice. I gotta have some Kool-Aid or soda. I just can't drink water. Then something in your body is not functioning right. Sweat. It's okay to sweat. It is what's keeping us here. We was made by a design, an intelligent design. It was carefully thought out. So here we are running around, hiding from the things that was given to us. Don't let a doctor tell you that you don't need the sun. Let me tell you who is afraid, who wants the sun. There are peoples on the earth who wants to live in the sun and can't. It's so bad for those peoples that they have to go get what they call sunscreen, sunblock, suntan, that they can come out and live in this sun. We do not have that problem. We was made to live in this sun. We are solar beings. We are solar powered. Without the sun, we can't function. Even in the wintertime, that sun comes to visit us because we can't live without that sun forever. Even in the winter, we have to wrap up good. But there's another race of people out here who walks around naked in the sun, and in the winter, without the sun, because they don't need the sun to live. We need it. We need it. We have to have it. We have to have the sun, whether people want to accept it or not, no matter what your doctor telling you. Because one thing these doctors have been programmed to do, they go to these universities and they are programmed, brainwashed to teach us that what's good for us is bad for us. They don't know they've been tricked. They want to pay all this money for this bullshit education. But me and you can teach them something without their education. They're listening to us about what we're doing that's working. The doctor who have a 12-year degree, a master degree, some have 20-year master degree, 30-year master degrees. But they're listening to us, trying to learn new methods. They're going off up in India with all of these black peoples over in India and in Pakistan and Afghanistan and all these places, listening in Africa. Well, they're not going to Africa anymore because hell, they done brainwashed the Africans now. The Africans just as dumb as us now. But they're going down up in India and China and these places where these black people's knowledge is still preserved, and they're still trying to learn what we have, what they don't teach in a university. Oh, I hate doing this because it seems like my videos turns into sermons. But then again, I love to do it because somebody out there is reaching. There's somebody out there seeking hard, doing just like me, out there trying to grab every bit of information, that looking for peoples like me. Because I learned, I'm going at peoples like me. I'm not going to these scholars anymore. Because these scholars are going by what they learned up in a damn book. What these damn peoples are running around here teaching them bullshit. Then when I go and try to tell them, that's like I had this one scholar on this African, what was it? Unity for Africa or something. A lot of people is on this page. A lot of y'all is on this page. And I was going to these pages looking for liberation, looking for info, and then I have one of these dumbasses post up on the damn page talking about some kind of power you have to train for, to where when you get hit by a force, you don't feel it, it don't hurt you, it don't crush your body. So I told him, I said, man, that's bullshit. That's not true. You don't have to train for that. That's something that we naturally have in our bodies. Black people call it being afraid. He got so mad at me, he said something to me slick, so I called him a puppet and he deleted me, or he blocked me from getting on his page. These people are fucking stupid. All they know is education. If you listen to the average black man today, they tell you that if you want to have anything out of life, you go get you an education so you can get a good job. You full of shit. Fuck that education. It ain't hitting on a goddamn thing. Because when you get out of school, you don't use none of that shit that they force you to learn in school. Like algebra. How many of you motherfuckers go to work on a daily basis using algebra at work? If you're not a carpenter, if you don't cut wood, or you don't do carpet or stuff like that, you don't use algebra. Who needs algebra to answer a phone? Who needs algebra to work on the assembly line, to close up a box and tape it up? Who needs algebra? But you gotta have a high school education to get that job to close that box. You gotta get an education to go to McDonald's and flip a damn burger. You using algebra in there? You count this here to the third power, to the fifth power, over and all this pi system junk. You know what I'm saying? Just to flip a damn hamburger? Nope. Hey. It's on us. It's on us to close our minds to the world, to the Bible, to the math books, to the science books, to all of that junk that they want to give us. It's up to us. This Quran and all of this stuff. Close our minds. Come out here and open our minds to the universe, because most people are afraid of the universe. Don't want to have no part of it. I done went too long on this video. I might have to wind up putting it on YouTube. Don't matter. Man, this is very important. We don't have long, peoples. This government is out here doing all they can to keep us lost. We are out here weak and dumb, very weak-minded, because we're afraid to come sit in the sun. We're afraid to get the wind. We're afraid to be rained on. We're so weak. We're so lazy. We come at the house, all we want to do is go back in and lay back down. Lazy. Man, this time, these government want to keep us lazy, because when these legions come to fight for our peoples, to fight for our liberation, to make us free again, the more of us that's dumb and weak in the mind, the better for them. I had a brother this morning posting about how they keeping us separated on Facebook. They hiding certain things from certain peoples. I believe this brother. I told him I'm friends on the Black Panther page. I like the Miss Shabazz page, Tupac's mother or auntie page, Erykah Badu, Bobby Seale. I mean, you just name all these powerful brothers who are about bringing us back together. I like their pages. I go to Facebook and I never see them in my feed ever. But then I can type in their name up in my search one and go to their page, and I see that they've been posting every day. But I never see it in my news feed. They're hiding it. They don't want us to wake up. And you peoples are playing off into that role. When you come against me on my videos and tell me I'm lying or I'm fucking full of shit, the government is so happy. They let your fucking bullshit, everybody sees it. Yo page is recommended to everybody because it's full of shit. But a real page like the Kemet versus Hebrew Gospel, you're not gonna see that up on your recommendations. You know, they don't want you to see that, because people are learning things in those groups. And then when you do see that, you're gonna see all of these agents come and argue with these brothers who are putting this information on there. These brothers who come in and arguing with these brothers, those are agents. Half of them are not even black. They just got black pictures, profile pictures. Half of them are not even our race, but they look like us by Facebook. And they argue, and they argue, and they argue, because they want to keep us in confusion. They want us to be arguing. They don't want us coming together. Stop falling, people. Stop falling. Get up. I gotta go, because I don't want this video to be too long, but I just got so much to say. I wish I could just get on the phone with you guys and just talk, that we can have a decent conversation. We can close the Bible first of all. We can close all of these books that they wrote, because any book that was written after the 1600s, well, any book that was written after the 1000 our era, after 1000 BCE, forget about it. I mean, 200 BCE, they started burning books then. And they was burning them before then, believe me. But they was really burning them in mass numbers. They was burning them, and burning them. So by the time the 1400s got here, this dude named William Tyndale and all them, they make these people's heroes. I thought he was a hero. When I went to school and learned about the Reformation of the church, I looked at William Tyndale as a hero. I thought that he was actually for my good. But then when I looked at the bigger picture, I found out that he is a part of the design to keep us lost and dumbfounded. Don't fall for all of this stuff. All of these strong concordance. It says Strong's, but if you look carefully, it's a King James book. And why do you need one King James book to explain another King James book? It's just like Allah. The Muslims think they would serve one God, Allah. No, it's not. It's 99 gods. Basic gods. But then when you do a deeper research, you find out that it's more like 400 gods, all compacted into one, all together, and all of these gods became one, and they call them Allah. Just like the way I speak right now, you have Jehovah, Yahweh, Yahshua, Jesus, and they compacted all these gods, or all these deities, and they call them a god. So actually a god is like thousands of different deities, thousands, and they compact them all and called it God. So when you say I worship God, well, if God didn't say it, which one are you speaking about? Which one? When you say I serve Allah, which branch of Allah are you serving? Because it's deeper than what people want to make it seem. It's like saying that I drink water. Okay, explain that to me. Because there's different kinds. You have spring, you have salt, you have fresh. So you can't just say I drink water. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be deeper in your conversation. And you have to understand the bigger picture. The body, we call it flesh. But the flesh is more than just one body. It's a lot of different things that and people's got together and call it a body. But the body is actually many different things. Simple and complex at the same time. The reason why it's complex is because we are tricked to believe the one. You know, they say there's only one God, but they want to tell you about this Trinity, the Mother, Father, Son in Egypt. But in the church, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Okay, Genesis said that we was made in God's image. Male and female, first chapter, go read it. Male and female was made in God's image. Now, if you ask the average Christian, Hebrew, Muslim, okay, what is the image of God? They say male. Then how did we get the female image? And then God, or whatever, had a lot of human in him, that when he made that male in his image, then he made a female in his son's image. Put it together, peoples. It's right there for us to see it. It's right here for us to see it. I was just out there looking at the ant colony. The ants, boy, they bad to the bone. I'm watching them build up their colony. They building it up. It was real small, and I'm just watching it. You had a line of ants going out, and you had a line of ants coming in at the same time. Unity. They was getting that thing together to build one world, at one perfect world for themselves. And you try to put fire on an ant bed and think you're gonna kill the ants. No, you're not. They have too much energy, too much unity. They have too many plans. They already thought it out. When it rains on their thing and the wind blows, it don't blow their beds away. The rain don't damp out their thing the way they can't live. They planned all of that already. How can the ants be smarter than us? But we claim to be smarter than the ants. We're not smarter than ants. They're much way smarter than us right now. We can be smarter than an ant if we wanted to. An ant know how to get up and fly right now. An ant don't have wings, and they don't normally fly, but they know how to fly. They know how to use their body in the wind to take off and fly. They do it all the time. We could do it too if we get there, but we can't even get here yet. You know what I'm saying? All we know is here. This all we know is what we see. All we know is what we see, and if we can't see it, it don't exist. We got to stop thinking like that. We got to stop thinking like that, because it's time now. It's time right now. I'm telling you, it's time right now to grab your powers. Everybody's not going to be able to make it. I'm telling you, everybody is not going to make it. And if you don't get yourself together, you're not going to make it neither. You're not going to make it neither, because Mother Nature is going to do her thing. Oh, you believe that? And not just Mother Nature. You got governments, you got wicked peoples in power right now that's also scheming against us. So how can you make it if you have no strength? If you have no strength, all you can do is lay on the couch all day. You can't even walk from here to the corner store, which is less than 500 yards. You can't even walk there and back without... You better get it together. You better get it together fast. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's time, and it's time right now. And the sun is going to help us. Shalom.